movement by myself. Oh,
We're together.
well, we together.
Good on.
Cause I'm good all by myself, honey.
Girl, you make me better.
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 You
Hey,
make me
come on
better.
in. Make me
Hey.
better.
Plus me,
Hey.
it equal better math.
Hey.
Your boy a good look, but
You my
better
better
half.
half.
I'm already boss.
Hey.
Already flossing.
Oh, come on. Hey. How did that part? That's what I got for you. Come on, y'all.
We burn it up.
Come on. You
Mommy,
go ahead. That's it. Go ahead. We in backwards. Come on.
you gon' be king.
Hey. By myself.
I'm a moving by myself.
We're together.
Baby, I'm good all by myself.
Hey,
Hey.
girl, you make me better.
You make me better.
You make me
Hey,
better.
you make me hey with the body roll. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. We know it's been quite a while since you guys have seen. Oh, it's been a minute now. Let's not even act like we ain't been on in a while.
Well, it ain't 2020 yet, so
Well, it ain't
we
2020.
still in the number.
So I know that you guys haven't seen us since September.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And we wanted to come on and do a year-end review. Let me tell you, both your girl Majesty and the minister, we've been rather busy.
Yes.
We have a lot of things that we have had going on, both personal and professionally. So we have been booked and busy, literally.
Literally.
And in the last couple of weeks, there's been some major changes and movements and things that we have had going on in our professional lives that has just had us kind of still for a little bit.
Yes.
But we could not let 2019 go by and not come back before the new year and kind of give y'all a year in review of what is going on in the world. Because we ain't seen y'all in like 3 months. So a lot has happened.
How y'all doing?
How is everybody doing? How y'all been doing? How them babies? How was the holiday?
Right.
How was Thanksgiving? Did y'all eat enough turkey? You know, Christmas, did y'all go on ahead and re-gift all them ugly gifts that people gave y'all?
Ooh.
You know, the new year's coming and we got some things to discuss about what we leaving in 2020 and what we leaving in 2019 and what we carrying into 2020. And let me tell you that the minister over here has a word. Had me giggling today about what we were leaving in 2019. So, honey, y'all remember the last time she did a top 10 of, I don't even remember what it was. I couldn't even sit in the seat because I was falling out on the floor. So I am sure that her little list is going to have me in tears again. So
I don't know about all that. Thank you, babe.
But let's start with some of the things that happened in 2019 that were kind of bugging out. Let's talk about your girl Lizzo and her booty hanging out.
Lizzo. I'm here for that.
Okay. I'm not here for Lizzo at all. And let me be clear. I was once a part of the big girl crew. Okay? And let me tell you something. I was a sexy big girl. I was cute.
You still cute.
Thank you, boo.
Yes.
But I'm not... Okay, let me say this. I'm not mad when it happened the first time. I guess when her nudes leaked,
Yeah.
everybody has a sort of a time. Child 50 Cent was even all wrapped up in the foolery. And I wasn't even mad at it. I was just like, well, go ahead, Lizzo, and all your splendidness and just be free and let it all hang out. I wasn't mad at her. But then it was like every other week she was posting pictures of herself naked. Some doggone way and greased up. Like, girl, I don't want to see you greasy.
Well, she don't have to be ashy either.
Then she went to the Laker game
Yes.
and the Timberwolves and decided to show all of her round behind in that just arena. The first thing I thought of was I just thought she was doing too much. It had nothing to do with her being a big girl. I just thought she was doing too much, especially in a place where children were sitting at. Then my next question was like, oh, you nasty. You in a thong, sitting your bare behind on that nasty seat?
Okay, hold on. I saw the interview that Lizzo did on, was it Good Morning America?
On the Today Show.
On Today Show. And she did one with Trevor. No, he's so fine. But anyway, she did both of those interviews. And so she did explain, okay, there were some layers. And so she wasn't sitting butt cheek the seat. So that wasn't the case. So let's correct that first of all. The second thing I think that is an issue is that we are so using this social media, society, and cultural term of body positivity.
Okay.
Let's get something straight. Her thing is not body positivity. Body positivity is body liberation.
Okay.
Where she is free to be whomever she is, do whatever she pleases to do for herself, in herself, and that's it. And it has nothing to do with how anyone else thinks, feels, or perceives. Now, I will say this. Let me preface this, okay? Me personally, I feel it was a little inappropriate. Period. Nothing to do again with anything else. Just the fact that, me personally, myself, would not walk anywhere with my butt cheeks out. Period. However.com and me just doing, some quick research and listening to her story and the things that she's done, the fact she's been in the industry for dozens of years, I really don't think that she was doing something that wasn't true to who she is. And I think for me, that is the only thing that I'm able to actually be like, okay, she's not doing anything different than who she is. One of the people she looks up to is Prince. Prince always has his butt cheeks out for men. And that was considered, taboo, risque for his time. She's no different than, I think, him and is setting a different, I guess,
tone. I mean, once learning that Prince, she had been to Paisley Park, and Prince, and he co-signed her,
the background band,
and he influenced her to be herself in her artistry.
It explains a lot.
It explained a lot to me, and I was like, okay, so now I know from what tree she came from. She comes from the Prince tree, just like Janae Monáe. So in that,
and you can tell those artists that are influenced by artistic talent like that, and how they carry their lives and what they choose to do, what they wear, how they sing, their music, their styling, their musicianship, their artistry, all of that stuff you can tell. Again, I think it was, a little extra for the game. However.com, I think she would definitely
y'all see my whole face.
And she was trying to shoot a shot to, was it Carl Anthony? Number 32? She was trying to shoot a shot, with him. So I guess she was doing whatever she needed to do to get his attention.
See my whole face?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
And her plan was not to twerk.
Her plan, okay.
Right. So the story was that she gave was that the LA Laker girls came to her and said, "Oh my gosh, we want to perform your song." And then her producer and people that were with her
and her
that saw her and her man that saw her outfit, "Oh, you should dance for them. Listen, they doing your song. You gotta dance for them. You should get up and do that." That wasn't her plan.
Well, listen, like I said, I didn't have no problem with her being a big girl. Cause shout out to all of the big girl, cause y'all are sexy and whatever you are in. I am a former big girl, and I was sexy in all of my bigness, honey. You couldn't have told me nothing. However, I'm tired of seeing little Lizzo greasy behind on my Instagram. I need her to be still. But ain't nobody
tired of Rihanna, Beyonce, Cardi B, Lil' Kim.
No, there's a difference. There's a difference.
Hold on, but we can go through the list. Especially Lil' Kim. She ain't never.
No shade. I don't want to see Lil' Kim no more.
But nobody said anything.
For me,
but it was okay for them to do.
For me personally, I'm all for Lizzo empowering young girls to accept their bodies, love themselves, and love who they are. I'm all for that. Lizzo, shout outs to you for that, because not too many people do that. And because you are a big girl and you are successful and you are dark skinned, that was another thing that people tend to dismiss. Yes, that colorism. So you are a dark skinned woman, you are a big woman, you are beautiful, you are breaking barriers for a lot of women on a lot of different levels. So for that, I will always respect you and give you your props. However, honey, you did it once, you did it twice, you done it 3 times. I'm cool off you every 2 seconds completely naked. I like it when you on stage in your bustiers and your negligees. Girl, do it. I love it. I love it that you got your little thigh highs on and you're doing your thing. All of that I'm with, because those are not things that Beyonce haven't done, Rihanna hasn't done, and all this is that and the third. I'm not mad at that. That is not what my beef is. My beef is that now you've taken it and every 2 seconds you are completely nude.
But if that is true to who she is, she's always been like that. She's not doing anything different than what she has normally always done. It's just now that she's in the spotlight because she's this artist. But she's been an artist forever.
True.
So I'm like, she's true to who she is. I don't necessarily again agree with it. However.com, do you?
Listen, I ain't mad at Lizzo. Go on and get all of the goodness. Show all the roles and everything. Twerk on everything and everybody who lets you. Do you.
Right.
I need Lizzo to be still just for 2 seconds and all that greasiness.
Zeddy King. The minister has a point. We don't have issues with these smaller women are running around naked. No, we don't. We like it. What if Beyonce just went to some party? Her split was at her mid-waist split. Way up here.
No.
And it was revealing. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a problem with that. Or when, what's her name? With the big butt?
J-Lo.
J-Lo had that all the way down here. And who came to what's Lil Kim came with one pasty on her boob and half the shirt right. There was no problems with that. Nobody complained. Nobody, they
No,
too
and
much.
they
celebrated those women. Those women were considered sexy. Those women were considered trendy. Those women were considered beyond their time. All of these, they're artists.
Okay, and okay, you're still describing these women with clothing on. Lizzo, no.
Half of the kill.
No, I'm talking about Lizzo. You baby,
The
I don't
split
think,
the
wait a minute.
I can find a picture of Beyonce.
I don't think you've seen Lizzo's Instagram. She's completely nude. Like she ain't got not one stitch of clothing on. She
I haven't seen her Instagram.
Oh, honey, she is sitting in the full nude buckness of everything.
I posted that photo. Yeah, that was a photo she took.
No, there was. She's been doing a lot more lately. I mean, by all means, Lizzo, be naked and skin and all what you want to be. And I know that you made.
We weren't supposed to have no clothes anyway, but I don't even want to get into that. Why we got to wear clothes now? Because we weren't supposed to have any clothes.
Moving right along swiftly and professionally, we gonna let that one go because then the minister gonna give us a whole nother sermon. We gonna have a sermon about that. Let's talk about how many of us were in our feelings with T.I. and him having agency over his 18-year-old daughter's hymen.
That fool.
He got on a podcast and decided to say that he goes with his daughter to the GYN doctor to make sure that her hymen is intact.
Hold on, pause, because we ain't done with this Lizzo thing. Hold on.
Oh my goodness. There's more to them. It's not those. There's some other ones where she like greased up.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's not them. There's some other ones. She took like some on her own where she completely naked. So T.I. decided to go to the GYN. First of all, why is you taking your daddy to the gynecologist with you? No tea, no shade.
She didn't take her daddy. Her daddy took her. Let's get that straight. See? That was the problem right there.
I love my father too. Rest in peace to my daddy. But you was going where to find out what about, huh? And I'm grown. First of all, T.I. is not the epitome of daddy duties. Okay? Let's start right there. First, that's number one. Who told T.I.? First of all, T.I. can't even keep his penis in his pants to his wife. Okay? Let's start right there. You have not set an example of what a man is supposed to be into ways. And you got the audacity to be trying to have agency over your daughter's body, talking about she should not be having sex. That girl is 18 years old. Her sexual health is her business and her concern. Because she ain't concerned herself with how many times you dip your penis in something that did not look like tiny. Well,
I ain't got no comments.
Okay? So you are trying to control your daughter's sexual health by going to the doctor with her to make sure that she still has a hymen and that she not doing what and she not over here just doing the most. Mind you, you have your other son, King, who is younger than this girl, okay? And he is talking about having a little girl suck on his penis, but that was acceptable behavior. T.I. had several seats with yourself. Had several seats, and I don't care how many red table talks.
Somebody said he was there with her mother.
I don't care how many red table talks you go and sit with Jada and Willow and Jada's mama. I don't care. At the end of the day, I understand that as parents, we want what's best for our children. And as a mom of a grown 19-year-old man, okay, I can't control who he sleeps with at the ripe old age of 19, and I'm not going with him to the doctor to make sure that he still got his foreskin. Well, he ain't got none of that, but
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not. No.
She said, he admitted that he was stretching the truth in that statement. I would hope so. But then again, I'm like, he probably
he did know it was the truth.
It probably was the truth.
He
but
was
after
just
he got
mad.
all that flack back, that was absolutely unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Listen.
Unacceptable.
T.I. need to be still. He got on Red Table Talk with Jada and her mama and was talking about he did not know what patriarch was. T.I., you use all these big words and you don't know what patriarch means.
Right, he wrote to Lil Wayne, you know what the words mean.
Exactly. And he got on Lil Wayne talking about you need to be a better example for your children and your daughters and this, that, and the third.
Which is why she said he wasn't being a good father, because you throw salt and shade at someone else, but then you can't take it when it's thrown back at you. You got on Instagram and did your iOS press release on Instagram off your iPhone to Lil Wayne to discuss with him his foolery and what he was talking about black officers and how he's never experienced racism as a black man from a police officer. You got all in his face about that and even talked about him being a father and an example for his children. Mind you, every other week you was in the news with some other light-skinned big booty girl that you was over there putting your penis in and having a good old time with. That was not your wife, okay? But was you taking that young lady you was sitting over there rubbing on and doing all that foolery with to the GYN doctor to make sure that her hymen wasn't intact? Okay? No, you wasn't, because you was too busy busting wide open the hymen. Boy, go have several seats. Tiny, I need you to go sit him down and put some tape on his mouth and make him sit with his quiet finger up in the corner. No. And his daughter was so angry and embarrassed because it was like everybody is talking about my sexual her personal
experiences,
and that's a violation. Women, right, especially this day and age with the year that we've had, with all these hashtags, Me Too's hashtags, and the attack on women's their right to their to determine their own health, their right to determine on what they choose to do with their bodies.
Exactly.
This was not a good look, T.I. She said, Zeta King said, he admitted that he has a lot of growing to do where it comes to opposite sex. Yeah, that and some other areas he has to grow in. But this was not the year for T.I. to be making those type of comments with the attack that's being taking place upon women, period. That was just not
like that. When I was like, did he really say he goes to the GYN to go check to make sure how? First of all,
and these are like he's gonna take her for money or something like that, or
and again, this goes back to men having agency and ownership over women. Because now, if she did not have her hymen in check, what that meant that you was just gonna cut her off and you wasn't gonna give her no more money, you wasn't gonna pay for her to go to school, you wasn't gonna give her the life that she has been accustomed to living. T.I. again, go have several seats, because on that episode of T.I. Family Hustle, when your son King was talking about getting head from some girl, okay, you were sitting over there high-fiving him and making it okay that his behavior was acceptable because he was a man, and because your daughter is your daughter, you want to have ownership over her virginity. Dude, the time for that is over. She is legally an adult. If she wanted to go buy cigarettes or whatever she wanted to do that is over the age of 18, she is free to do that.
Not cigarettes anymore. I think they changed the age of cigarettes now legally to 21. That's something new too.
Okay, well, anyway. She can vote and she can put her life on the line for the country. You do not have agency over her hymen. Point blank, period.
And yes, we can tell you a fan of Team T.I. Let's see, JoJo, hey boo. That statement was a lot off, but his kids adore him. They really do.
And
he's definitely a good father, maybe not a good husband, but he's definitely a hands-on dad. That's true. I was not going to agree with her statement that he was not a good father. I definitely think in that situation, if I'm going on the fact that statement was true, he definitely overextended too far. And I think honestly, I think he violated her privacy too. Like, even if you did do that to tell the nation, the world, that's what you did, dude. That was too much.
I'm gonna need T.I. to go and have several seats in.
Hey Chanel, hey, good to see you.
Okay, so now, since we on a sexual topic, can we talk about Tank? Talking about if you suck 2 penises, you ain't gay.
Why are we doing that?
Because folks were in their feelings.
We could have left anyway.
No, I only bring that up because
Stop it, yes.
let me tell you, first of all, for all my gay men who was in their heaven when Tank said, listen, if you do it one time, maybe 2 times, it don't make you gay. I know that for a lot of my download brothers, y'all was in your happy place because y'all felt like he just gave y'all a pass to go and put one in your mouth and you wasn't going to be called the gay man. Now, I think that a lot of people took his comment out of context. They only took that one little piece and ran with it. They did not understand that Angela Yee, with him being on her podcast, Lip Service, he was discussing the fact that if a man did it one time, you know, you trying to figure out whether you like it or you don't. And when you do it the second time, you still trying to figure it out. By the second time, he felt, in his opinion, that once you did it the second time, you should already know yay or nay if you like it or not. That does not make you a gay man. And I'm going to be honest with you. I agree with him. You could do something and not like it and be like, ooh, no, maybe I don't know. I might want to try it again. Try it again and realize that it's not for you. He even went further on to say, you know, you can try it the second time and be like, okay, I don't like how it tastes and it make me feel good. Different things like that. In those experiences, especially when you're playing with your sexuality, depending on the person.
Don't say playing.
When you're trying to
when you are exploring
your sexuality, I think that it's individualized to you as the individual. You have to take these experiences and then learn and draw from them. Mm-hmm. For somebody, it may just take one time. For another person, it may take no time. They just know. So for somebody else, it may take 2 times. But it depends on the individual. Speaking for myself, I wanted to make sure. I didn't know what it was. I didn't have friends that were lesbian. And I had been kissing girls, but I really hadn't explored kissing boys and doing those types of things. So I wanted to see what the hoopla was about. And to be brutally honest, the first time was very not nice and unpleasurable and painful. And I said, what in the hell is all of this? Y'all are talking about this thing like the world is, you know, it was a joy. And I was like, I don't know about this. Let me try it one more time. Tried it again, and I was like, oh no, this ain't for me. But then I laid down with a woman, and on the first try, I was like, oh, this is everything. This is life. I want to do it every day. And again,
right, Joe, I agree. I'm gonna let her finish. Go ahead.
I had to take a moment to kind of just make, and again, this was everybody else, and this is me being fully transparent with my own sexuality. I needed to, for me, if y'all ever know me personally, y'all will know I don't operate in gray. It's either A or B. It's never nothing in between. All that gray situation, no ma'am. It's either one or the other. So for me, that experience showed me what I didn't like, and it highlighted what I did like on the other side with women. And for me, it solidified my sexuality and who I was.
Girl, bye. I think he was just giving himself an excuse and a reason to not be called gay or considered gay, point blank and period. It don't take a lot to know what you like. My thing is, you ain't got to touch the stove to know that it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It looks hot. Point blank and period. You mean tell me you gonna try it a second time just to let me make sure that I don't like this. Let me try it again. Really? And then you're going to give it like a dissertation. Oh, I just didn't like the taste of it or the texture or the feel. No. Absolutely no.
I can't agree with you with that.
You may not want to believe it and you may not want to accept it, but you are gay. Point blank and period. And he was like, it's a continuous thing. No, you don't have to continuously be doing something to still be attracted to the same sex. Point blank, period.
Okay, but now you're talking about attraction.
And I think he said what he said, how he said it strategically. Because just because you choose not to do the act anymore doesn't mean that that's not what you like. Period. So I'm sorry.
I don't know. I know for all
he's a gay.
For all my gay men who were in their heaven when they heard Tank spit the words out, everybody, let me tell you, every black gay man was ready to be on the line to say, "Can I try on you?"
Right.
And I'm sure. And
let me make sure.
And I don't think
You know what? He could be bisexual. And let me say this too. I hate those. I'm so anti-label. I'm so over it. I'm so over it because it causes so many issues. People don't even understand. They're trying to explain. There's so many layers. There's so many segments of sexuality and fluidity and intersection. You know, and then there's a disconnect of how you feel emotionally may not work with how you feel physically towards the same sex, the opposite sex. It's too much. My thing is just take the label off. Do what you do. Like what you like. And keep it moving. But when we're trying to put people in this box and say, you are gay when blah, 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 blah. And then we have all of this fluidity where people are like, hey, I like someone emotionally that may be the opposite sex, but sexually I'm attracted to the same sex. Then what? It's just too much.
Again, you and I have had several conversations where we start talking about people's sexuality, and then their gender and what they view themselves as. And I think that especially for black gay men, it's hard for them to accept the label gay or anywhere on the spectrum of the LGBT spectrum, because it brings such a negative connotation when you say that. I mean, let's be honest.
At one point in time, the label black carried a negative connotation, and now we have this new generation of ear into the black community where we're now like, no, we're not African American, we are black, and black carries a different connotation than African American, and taking that power back and understanding that, you know, words mean things. I feel bad because, you know, you're stuck in this label. You feel it's ridiculous.
Shout
outs to who came on. Trey, Sam Foy, Alicia, hey Edna, LaShonda, Brandy, what's up? BB, and Brittany Siebels, welcome on.
So, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, I think that our sexuality and who we find attracted to and what we do behind closed doors is that personal to you and who you are. And I think that even for our black men who are choosing to find the fluidity in their sexuality, they shouldn't be crucified for doing these things, because honestly, when a girl kisses another girl,
it's okay.
It's cute. Y'all had Katy Perry out here singing, "I kissed a girl and I liked it."
I kissed a girl and I liked it.
You know, loved the taste of her cherry chapstick. And all these little girls was in college tonguing these other women down, and they thought it was cute. It was okay. It was acceptable. Now, what is the difference with a man doing it with another man and we not being all in our feelings about it? Like, I was completely confused. I think that that's the piece that's so disheartening.
This was never the way I
Planned, not my intentions.
I got so brave, drinking in.
Hey,
Baby's feeling this record.
that was my jam.
I mean, if it is what it is and you like the same sex, honey, do you? First of all, I don't know why we need to make announcements about it. It should be your preference and what you like and who you do it with. It don't involve everybody.
I kissed a girl and I liked it. Taste of her cherry lipstick. Okay. That's my jam anyway. Okay, that's enough of that.
Oh my God. But I think it brought about a good conversation.
Oh, it did.
Because you had men in the barbershops talking about it.
Everywhere.
It was everywhere. It was on the Today Show. It was on all different types of platforms where people now had to address, because here is a black man, a desirable black man.
For everybody, gay, straight, and alike, don't matter what you are. He's fine. I'm sorry. I don't take that
And
away
he
from
could sing his face off.
Yes.
And then not only, but the music that he sings is very sexual. So then now people was reading into the lyrics
okay. I might shoot my shot.
Exactly. And I don't think he was afraid of men come. And he said, I'm not afraid if another man finds me attractive. That does not take away from my masculinity. Mm-hmm. And I think that for black gay men, for black men, period. I think that we just need to leave people love who they love. Let me tell you, some men like big booty women, some men like big titty women. I mean, it depends on your preference. So if we don't find anything wrong with men liking certain body parts on a woman and objectifying her, I don't think that it should be a big deal if you want to suck on a penis and figure out if you like it or not.
Okay, got it. Yeah, and I had a conversation the other day. I was talking to shout out to my hairstylist. Sandra hooked me up from Creme de la Creme. I was saying that I've never met a straight woman, and they were like, "What?" And I was like, "I've never met a straight woman. Every person in this world, at some point in their development." If you know about how children develop and evolve, has been attracted in some kind of way to someone of the same sex. Whether it's been emotionally, physically, intellectually, however, there's been an attraction to someone of the same sex. Now, the difference is whether you choose to act on that attraction. That determines. But there has never been a straight woman or a straight man. Period.
Well,
so as I said, let the labels go.
Let the labels go. Another label that caused a lot of controversy this year: Afro-Latinas. I did a whole.
That's not on our program.
I'm sorry. I've remembered it after.
That's why we need a producer. That's not in our program.
I know when we in pre-production. I forgot to add that in pre-production.
Hurry up.
What had happened was pre-production. Anywho. Afro-Latina was a label that this year that set a lot of people ablaze, even both the minister and I. Because I identify as a black woman.
Lighter black.
And my lovely minister was too through with me and got all in the feelings and was like, ma'am, you are not a black woman. Don't you ever call yourself like that. Is offensive to me. And I had to clutch my pearls because I'm like, how in the world? My Ancestry.com said this year that I was 53% African.
African.
So I thought I earned my black card that I could say I'm a black woman, and I still say that even today. I'm a black woman. And
she can't now in front of me and not be like, because we had to have a discussion. We had to talk about it. So my feeling perception to her was that my experience of blackness in America is totally different than her experience of what blackness means from the Dominican Republic.
Exactly.
And that history is totally different. Yes, slavery existed, but there were different types of slavery for different types of country. And I felt that she was taking away from my black experience as an American person versus hers in Dominican. And she was trying to equate them. I'm like, no, boo-boo. No. That's not the same. Some things took place over here that didn't take place over there. I had an issue with that. I'm like, everybody wants to take on this black label or this blackness because it's popular, it's hip. We're inventors, we're creators, we are the builders of the world. We lay the foundation for everything. Everyone else exists because we exist, and it's because of our thoughts, our intellect, our skills, and our abilities, and our knowledge, and our wisdom, and our ancestry that the world is able to exist. I have a problem or people that do not come from the black diaspora say that they are black. And I'm like, no. Black means something totally different to me. And it means, the crossing of the sea on the boat and the slavery and working in the fields and understanding when we got freedom and how freedom was delayed in certain parts of the country and having to run, not only to the north, but then having to run to Canada because they were pushing abolitionist farther. Like, there's a difference for me. So it just really was like, it took me a minute to swallow a little more.
It took a long minute because we still have these discussions today. And
she can only say black like once a week.
And for me, I look at it as if you were to ever look at my family, and when I mean my family, my aunts, uncles, my dad, my sisters, a lot of my family members are of darker hues. What's funny is that I just sent the minister a family photo of my cousins in Texas. Shout out to y'all. And they're all black. Like black.
No, not all of them. They are a mixture of different brown hues.
Yeah.
From darker dark to lighter dark.
To the lightest of the light.
Yeah.
And I showed it to her, but the majority of these people all had some sort of melanin. To me, that was popping. So I was like, and then here comes my light bright behind, showing up, just being the one in the middle of the picture that everybody could point out, oh, there she go. We know who that one is. But I find pride in the fact that I have these different hues in my family. I consider myself a black woman because ultimately at the end of the day, when people view me, they don't see Dominican. They see a light-skinned black woman. And I'm not offended by that in any way, shape, form, or fashion, though I know that there are a lot of Dominicans that get upset when someone calls them black. And I wasn't trying to take away from the experience that was had here in the States when it comes to slavery and Jim Crow and the civil rights movements. I personally, and this is on me speaking as a Dominican woman, I personally, not that I say I identify with that struggle because I don't know what that is, but I truly deeply in my spirit sympathize with those people and have a great respect for those people who went through that. So for me, I take a sense of pride when I say I am a black woman because I feel that Black people have overcome. They've done great things, and it doesn't take away from everything that we've been through to where we are today. And that doesn't mean that we still don't got a long way to go. However, for me, I never viewed it as someone like her having a problem with me identifying as a Black woman. Yes, slavery in Dominican on the island of Hispaniola was completely different because if you do your history, the island of Hispaniola was the first country to be freed.
It was Boston down there.
The Haitians and all the Africans that were there went and rose up and rebelled and actually won. So for that being said, I take pride in that piece of history of the island of Hispaniola because it's like, those are my people. That is where my ancestors came from. So I feel a sense of pride even in that. Though I understand where the minister comes from, where it's like, you don't know what it is for massa to beat you. You don't know what it is to have your wife raped, your daughter sold, and different things like that. And though from what we've been made to understand, and even my own research, and even when we went to the Bahamas and we went to that slavery museum, slaves were treated better in the West Indies than they were in the United States. And they achieved their freedom much faster in the West Indies than they did in the United States.
And they were able to earn their freedom.
And they were able to earn their freedom in the West Indies. So
and I think my other part of that too, babe, was that, and it wasn't necessarily personal to you, but it was also understanding that people that choose to put on the label of Black, that are not necessarily culturally attached to the direct history, I should say,
Fat Joe,
of American slaves, can have the ability to take that label off when it becomes uncomfortable,
Fat Joe,
or challenging,
Fat Joe,
or creates an issue for them. When me, on the other hand, I can never take that label off. It's not something I can ever separate myself from. So that's why I was like, oh no, hold on. And it wasn't you, but it was like me thinking and cognizant of that happens oftentimes.
And it makes it difficult for people like me who genuinely take it on and take all that comes with it. Fat Joe is someone who, we all know that Fat Joe is Puerto Rican.
Right.
Went on Funkmaster Flex's show and said that he is Black. And a lot of people were offended when Fat Joe said it. And then you had some people who came out and said, yo, if you know Fat Joe, then you know Fat Joe is Black. But if you look at Fat Joe and his life and different things about him, there has been times where he's pulled away from the Black experience.
Right.
And then there's times where he's placed himself in the Black experience.
When it's advantageous.
And that is difficult. It becomes a problem for people such as myself who identify as a Black woman. You know, it's like, okay, so I'm Black, but now you made everybody dislike me because one minute you cool with being Black and the next minute you not. You want to shout out that you Puerto Rican and you this, is that, and the third, blah, blah. Which you need to be proud of your ethnicity. But then you can't take on the label of Black and not want to put yourself all in the Black experience, if that makes sense. And I understood that from her point of view when she said that. So... And then we got Spanish people who are upset with Hispanics such as myself who identify as Afro-Latina because
like, the queen says we white.
The queen said you are white, so you are white. And I'm looking like I'm not white, especially when I look at my daddy and my daddy dark. Like, that don't make me white. I can't co-sign it. And then I have my son who is very much a black man. So I'm like, not so much. And for those things, I have to understand that that is where colorism plays a very huge role, because I've experienced the colorism as a child, being the preferred child because I was so light. And my siblings are much darker than me. So the Afro-Latina thing in 2019 was a huge thing. I think we need to let that go and move on to the next thing. Like, let's let that go. Okay, so then let's talk about how the hoes was winning this year. Jordan Woods and Tristan Thomas and the Kardashian clan, them going to the Red Table Talk and talking crazy about this poor girl. Then it became a black-white situation. I've always said in all of my little long days that hoes and side chicks be winning. This was a perfect example of hoes and side chicks winning. But then I was not mad because it was a black man who went back to go seek his black queen and he left the white woman alone. Are we really mad? No, we not. Again, listen, I don't care if you interracially date. I really don't. I think my problem was Khloe Kardashian trying to play the victim when you have been notorious in taking men that do not belong to you. AI, French Montana from Trina, Lamar Odom from his wife and his children, and you went on ahead and married that black man. And it was another one out there that she was running around with that she shouldn't have been, that had a whole woman. Tristan, when she got with Tristan Thomas, he had a whole fiance and she was pregnant. Girl, bye. You want to be mad at Jordan Woods because she young and tender? That man had been trying to get away from you for forever. He been caught so many times with different women and you still stayed with him. So Khloe Kardashian, go sit down. Leave black men alone. It's clearly there not
How about
for you.
that? Not black men. Just leave someone else's man alone and get one that doesn't have anybody.
That part, okay? So then let's talk about Game of Thrones ended this year. And a lot of y'all were in y'all feelings about the way Game of Thrones ended. I still have not watched the final episode of Game of Thrones.
How you put this on the thing? You didn't watch the final episode. Child, let me tell you. If you saw the final episode, girl.
Because I heard so much about it and people were so upset. I don't want to ruin it.
It was good, but it was not how I thought it was going to end. But it had to end that way because she was just doing too much. She was on some other stuff. She
the story took such a twist.
She got
and then it became the auntie
the
and nephew.
The uncle and nephew. I was just like confused. I mean, very confused.
Arya will always and forever be my superhero.
Was the bomb.
You know, I think that it was awesome. Some of the episodes, I think the writing kind of sucked when they kind of did the thing with Snow, and
it felt a little, I don't know, botched together.
Yeah.
But, I mean, nevertheless, I enjoyed it.
So Game of Thrones,
it's over and done, and it's gone.
Game of Thrones,
never to be spoken of.
Exactly, and I still ain't watched that last episode because I can't do it to my spirit. Okay, moving along, Nipsey Hussle passed away, and it seems like this was something that slapped a lot of people in the face and hurt a lot of feelings. I have mixed emotions about the killing of Nipsey Hussle.
That's driving me crazy.
One, because I feel, I'm sympathetic to Nipsey Hussle because he was someone that was an entrepreneur, giving back to the community, and he truly was the epitome, in my opinion, of giving back. Showing the community that you can do all things. Now, his views and thoughts on lesbians and gay men, not so much.
That's why I can't
feeling you too much on that. However, he did lose his life over jealousy, and I thought that was a little bit crazy. So the death of Nipsey Hussle was something that I think was the Biggie and Tupac death of this generation, because of the multitude and the impact Nipsey Hussle had. A lot of people were very caught off guard, just as we were back in our heyday when Biggie and Tupac passed away. I was 17 when Biggie died, and that hurt my heart, and I'm from Brooklyn. So rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. We keep Lauren London in our prayers. The children that he has out there, his daughter and his son. So for them, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle.
Yes.
Also,
I'll bring up 6ix9ine.
snitches. Oh,
I'm so glad. Tell, boo. Tell. Don't get all that jail time. Tell everything you know. I mean, what time, what day, who it was. Tell everything you know. Don't get all that jail time for no reason. And you know good and well you ain't that type of person. You ain't a thug. You ain't a gangbanger.
Well,
you ain't really about that life.
Y'all know that Tekashi has worked it out to where he will be home soon.
Yes. Daniel Hernandez.
Daniel Hernandez, also known as Tekashi 6ix9ine, with all of the different color hand, the 6ix9ine on his face. But I think that the bigger part that this showed was how fake the industry actually is. Tekashi 6ix9ine got caught up with the Crips and
racketeering and weapons charges,
doing all this craziness just for a look on the gram.
And actually, he was already doing his thing. He just wanted some street cred after the fact. Is you fool? Are you fool?
So now you done did all Treyway all day. Now you have all these people that were on Treyway who have lost money. What's the guy who you like the most with the messed up eye? What's his name?
Oh, I can't think of his name right
Trap
now.
Queen. And I'm around for my baby.
I can't think of his name because he ain't did nothing in a while.
In a while, I know. So he was part of Treyway Entertainment. I don't know where he ended up at.
Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap. There you go. So there were people that were attached to this. Fetty Wap was attached to Treyway Records.
Oh, not the charge,
no.
girl. You about to hurt my feelings. I'm like, no, say it up so.
He was just attached to the label.
Okay.
The label head has gone to jail for like 15 years. You got quite a few people that ended up going to jail. But these people were snitching like crazy. And
Yes.
this kind of took me back to when Little Kim went to jail. And folks was like, because she would not snitch, and it made it honorable for Little Kim not to talk crazy and not to snitch. But let me tell you something. It's a little different when them feds come with them paperwork.
Hello.
Okay? That ain't your local
No.
police department coming
you.
where you can get a 2 to 3 or some time served in the county. When the feds come to get you and serve you with subpoenas,
Right.
it's because they already have the evidence to put you away. They just playing and wasting time at that point, just giving you an opportunity to give some sort of an explanation,
Right.
and more information that they probably did not pick up as of yet.
During this testimony, he pointed out for prosecutors the gang members who appeared in his video songs, Gumo and Kuda, implicated defendants in various violent acts, including assault and kidnappings, alleged that his former manager, sHe, was a prominent member of 9 Trey and was also involved in criminal activity, claimed that the Ohio rapper Trippie Redd, whom he had attacked along with other 9 Trey members, belonged to a different blood set, called Jim Jones a retired rapper, and claimed he was a member of 9 Trey, alleged that Cardi B was a member of an unspecified blood set, admitted that he had ordered a shooting of Chief Keef, who he named as a member of Chicago gang Black Disciples in June of 2018, referred to legendary Houston record label Rap-A-Lot as not a gang member. They were like wannabe mafia members, and named rapper Casanova as a member of rival blood set.
Okay, let's talk about Jim Jones. Jim Jones ain't never hide that he was a blood. Let's talk about Cardi B. Cardi B ain't never hide that she was a blood. As a matter of fact, she dressed in red all the time and claimed herself. But see, the difference is with these individuals, they were not out there. Their illicit activities were not placed on Front Street. 6ix9ine. They didn't go and they didn't talk about all what they did. They didn't go and glorify the violence and the things that they were doing before they became famous and got money. See, therein that lies the difference. Those were things they were doing before they had money. Let me tell you something. Cardi B ain't going. I mean, she may hang out in Brooklyn and in the Bronx every now and again and do something with the little Bloods people. Let me tell you something. Her brand is too clean right now. She ain't trying to mess up that money. Jim Jones doing way too much. He in Harlem all the time. Everybody knew it. Rap-A-Lot Records, boy bye. Everybody knew that was gang affiliated in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But you know what? When they became successful, they stopped. They didn't keep on. You inserted yourself in this mess, and I don't know what's gonna happen to you when you come out of jail and 6ix9ine Treyway come for your head. and want to put it on a spike in the middle of Brooklyn.
But I guess if you're facing 47 to life, I'ma roll the dice, though.
Listen, Casanova, we already know Casanova is a gang member. Casanova ain't got the lie. Hell, Casanova been doing some things even while he was famous. He ain't never had to hide it. The feds already knew. So you talking, and then you was snitching on people that didn't have to do with your case.
He sure did. I'm telling everybody, because 47 to life is a long time.
Let me tell you something. First of all, I didn't think he was gonna get 47 years.
The only way he can get under the minimum requirement is that they have to write a 5K1 letter, which asks the judge to give him a sentence lower than the minimum requirement. Other than that, he's supposed to get the minimum time, period.
Well, I mean, ultimately, they leveraged the time for him to talk. He talked, and he talked about everything and told business that didn't even have nothing to do with him.
I'm telling about everybody. My grandmama did this. My mama didn't file her taxes in year 2015. I saw the babysitter steal from somebody else's mailbox. I'm telling on everybody.
He told on everybody. And people that didn't, when he brought up Casanova, I was like, I'm going to pray for him because Casanova going to punch him in the face. He don't care. So I was like, oh, so you talking about Casanova? Him and Mano coming to see you. And it ain't going to be pretty. So let's talk about the things that we are leaving in 2019. Baby, what we leaving?
Go ahead. You know how I do.
New year, new me.
That was mine. You a thief.
No, well, let's get into it. Okay. I need all you hookers to leave that go. Ain't no new year, ain't no new you. You still the same heifer. You still doing the same thing you was doing in 2019. You gonna do it in 2020. You said that at the top of 2019 this year.
And you still trying to find yourself. Somebody still making you be somebody you not. And you trying to be all that you're supposed to be. And not. Look, if you still saying the same thing in 2020, the problem is not everybody else.
It's you.
It's you.
Get your life together.
That's the problem. If you so influenced by other people in your surroundings that are impacting you from being who you feel you are destined, divinely ordained, or anointed to be, maybe you should change the people you're around. Maybe the problem is you shouldn't be around those people no more. If every single month, or every single post, or every single video talks about you getting back to yourself or who you're supposed to be, or you find yourself, let it go.
Listen, if you ain't found yourself
now, you ain't gonna find you later.
Listen, you cannot teach a old dog new tricks. I know people be trying to say that. No, you can't. I'm sorry. There are just some things that are gonna stay like that forever. Let that go, boo. It ain't a new year and it ain't a new you, so let that be, boo. Stop. You stop. We don't care. Keep it to yourself. Some things you gotta be quiet about.
Right. I've changed. No, you haven't.
What is one thing you leaving?
That was it. Oh, that was you. Keep going.
Okay, we said we were leaving family secrets.
Oh yeah, family secrets. Look here. All right, for all the people that are outside of my pink people, my other people. Look, I'm gonna let y'all in a little something. Black people. We have so many family secrets. It's absolutely ridiculous. People will die without knowing the truth about family and the people and their family members and things that took place in the past, hiding stuff from children, and then when they get an adult, then they find out stuff, and it's like, stop that. Stop keeping all these family secrets in 2020 because they are going to impact people when they find out the truth. And please believe me, the truth will always come to light. And when they do, especially for a child and a parent, that dynamic is broken. You cannot continue to have secrets and expect for it not to have an impact on that person's life. You know, I found out stuff at my father's funeral that I should have known years in advance. I found out something just, last year?
Yes. And it was said, by the way.
Right, by the way. What you mean? How everybody else around me know
Except
me. And it affects me. Like, who gave you the right to take that choice or that opportunity for me to use my own self-resiliency and be okay with it?
Exactly.
That's not cool. Stop keeping family secrets to yourself. Tell people the truth.
Exactly.
Because you damage relationships and you cause people to now think, well, what other lies do you have? What else have you told me that's not the truth? What else have you said that I took stock in that I shouldn't believe in now? You totally changed that structure of belief. You haven't questioned all kinds of this should not be questioned because you chose to lie pretty much. Because even though you admitted and didn't tell, it's still a lie. And it's a choice you made. Stop that. 2020, can we please let family secrets go in 2019 and not take no more with us?
So another thing, speaking of family secrets, how about we leave in 2020 all the toxic people in your life that y'all keep fussing and crying about on social media and everywhere else. Remove the people with the negative energy. Get them out your way. Just let them go. Like let's leave that in 2020. If we are gonna be, we're stepping into a new decade. We are stepping into new things because everybody seems to take January 1 as the time for us to start something
it's
over.
Already starting.
It's here. Just do it. Get rid of them folks. If these people don't mean you no good, let them go.
If they didn't mean you no good last week, the week before that, last month, earlier this year, it's not going to change in 2020.
It sure ain't, so let them go. You can let them go from today. How about that?
Exactly. The other thing, too, that I want you guys to think about, and hey, whatever, is that 2020, there is something significant about it that's transpiring. And if you are currently right now in your life, things are not happening and unfolding, if you're not in a space where clarity about some things is taking place, when you are not seeing some truths about some things, that the clouds are not coming from your eyes and you are out of alignment, you are out of wherever you're supposed to be, you are not in line, because right now in this season and in 2020 is going to be the year of discovery. Yep. It is going to be the year of your actions and things that you were talking about are going to come into fruition. It is going to be the year that there are going to be multiple streams of opportunities. It is going to be the year that you can do whatever you want to do. That the things you thought you were going to be capable of are going to be minimal to the things you actually are able to accomplish in 2020. But it starts now. And part of that is going to be removing some people from your life. You know good and well, some of the things that you are experiencing and some of the things you have gone through is because you allowed yourself to be still in the place that God has told you to leave from a long time ago. Whether that's relationships, jobs, churches, family members, whatever it is, you know good and well that you should have left those things a long time ago. And even if that meant that you had to walk alone without a single friend or a single family member, you should have done that. And it's because you have made the decision to stay where it's comfortable. Because see, we don't like to do anything that's uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? We always want to feel belonged and attached to something. And that's part of the problem. The thing you attach to is the thing that's bringing you down. You need to jump ship because it has already sunk. And you are at the bottom of the ocean and don't even realize it. But 2020 can be your year. And it starts now. But you're going to have to cut some ties. You're going to have to be uncomfortable. You're going to have to cry that ugly cry because you let some things go. It's going to pull at your heart. It's going to pull at your emotions, but you got to let them go. You can't grab a hold of something if your hand is clenched holding on to the wrong thing.
Hey.
That's all I got.
That was word. Another thing we want to leave in 2019, thumb thugging.
Social media. Y'all, y'all. I was at the salon, okay, getting my hair done. And one of the young ladies in there was in some type of social media, some DMs, people was going back and forth, blah, 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 blah. And so they're like, right up here, da, 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 da. So do you know the heifers rode up there to the salon, the place of business now, while there's customers in there, the salon is packed. You know what I'm saying? They come looking, peeking, and of course they backed out of there because they see everybody up in here. What you came to do? What you came to do? I'm from the generation of, if I'm coming, first of all, to your place of employment, I don't care who up in here. Because I didn't come to have a conversation with you.
That part.
I came to throw these hands
at
you. And I was like, so they came up here, saw everybody and then left. But then y'all talk about, tell her not to be on social media, da, 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 da. Do you know what the delete, block, and ignore button is for? Delete, block, and ignore. I could not believe that these people were engaging in such foolishness.
Let me tell you something.
At the place of employment. And that these foolish, I don't even know what to call them, foolish people that don't have anything to lose, a pot to piss in, a home of their own, a mortgage of their own,
Well,
or anything going for them at all positively, came up there and disrupted that atmosphere and that environment.
let me tell you something about me. I'm gonna tell them I'm 39 years old. I'm a different type of grown. Okay, I'm a grown woman, and I am truly about that life. Ain't no thumb thugging. I don't want to. Y'all need to leave that be, because a lot of y'all be thumb thugging and they get in folks' faces, and when
brand
you
new.
see them and don't got nothing to
keep
say.
the same
They ain't
energy.
boo.
Keep
I
the
was
same
at an
energy.
event. I was at an event, and Babe was with me.
Hi, really?
I
But
was-
you on here on social media?
Your subliminal text messages and your subliminal posts will get you slapped. Let me explain something to you. I am still a girl from Brooklyn. I am very much an around the way girl, door
Thank you,
knockers,
Myra.
and everything. Do not play with me, cause I'm gonna keep the same energy with you. I was at an event in Atlanta. Whole bunch of people who always got something negative to say, something slick to say, something. Wolf, how you doing, girl? It's been a long time.
But you know why? Because you came with your entourage.
Coming wanting to give hugs and whatnot.
Right.
And I'm standing there looking like, are you serious? And then I had to look at the individual like, don't you bring your towel over here, because you know you trifling.
Right.
But then you got all this energy for me on social media, but you see me face to face, and what you do,
Ain't
you
got
put your
nothing to say.
tail in between your legs, you turn around and you walk
And you
off.
run.
Let me explain something to you. I'm going to keep the same energy. The same majesty you see here on these lives is the same one you finna get in person. And please don't ever get it twisted. You could call me bougie, you call me stuck up, you can call me whatever you want, but one thing you will not call me is a punk or a herb, because that same energy that you got on social media is what I'm
it.
going to give you in return. And
Exactly.
do not come to me telling me, oh, you trying to cause drama and you trying to cause mess. No, boo. Words mean things, and words can get you punched in the face. So, with that being said, keep your thumb thugging to a minimum, because when you see the person face to face, and you know you're going to see the individual
At some
eventually,
point.
you're going to sit up there, everybody want to run and hide and do one of these moves. Oh, I didn't even see you. I bet you did. Mhm.
Yeah, you did.
You saw me.
You at least heard me.
You knew I was in the place.
Right.
Because then what happened? We had the little snickers and the side comments. Oh, she rolled up in there with a whole gang of folks. And
Sure
this is-
did. She
Sure
rolled
did.
it with me.
She,
And I'm going to tell you, like I told you earlier, I said, look, you can disrespect me. I'll probably let it roll off like water. I'll let it go. It is what it is to a certain extent, because I'm not a child. And my thing is, to argue with people is a childish act. And I'm grown. I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not one for all that. I don't do all that chit chat talking. But the moment that you disrespect or have something to say about my blessing, I'm turning tables. It's a whole different type of
And I'm
ballgame.
just be sitting there
And this
looking
ain't
like
really
this.
this ain't really what you want. I am a minister and a pastor, but I will not allow anyone to violate what God has given me.
Well-
I feel that's a slap in his face, and I ain't about to do that. I'm not about to do that for you.
So I'm going to need y'all to keep y'all thumb thugging to a minimum in 2020.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to me and mine, because I show up to people's doors.
And a warning to your family, I'm drop kicking y'all on sight. So run and tell that and share that. Because she won't let me call y'all. She won't let me talk to y'all on the phone. Because I said, let me just have a conversation with them first. You know what I'm saying? So since I can't get all of that out before we meet in person, it's going to be a different type of ball game. Drop kicking you on sight. Because I've heard the things you said about mine. I've heard the lies you said about mine. I've heard about the foolishness you said about mine and her anointing and what she's doing and all this stuff. I've seen the pain that you've caused her. Not on my watch. So please believe, when we share the same space and air, I got some things to say to you, and you're not going to like it, and I really don't care. But I promise you one thing, you won't call her again.
Well, what she has said. And
That's for her family, and they know who they are.
At the end of the day, keep your thumb thugging to a minimum. Please understand that everyone is not going. Some people really are about that life. And I hope you got enough hand skills to back up all them words you decided to tap away with your thumbs. Mm-hmm. Because let me explain something to you. Y'all got one good time. I'm trying to keep it cute. But
no, you're going to keep it cute. You're going to keep it cute. That's my role, protect and provider.
Now, what do we want to take into
So-
2020? For taking into 20, we want nothing but health, prosperity, success.
Opportunities, love, joy, happiness, peace of mind.
Man! Woo!
All of those things. We are so excited about 2020. We're going to have so many things to share with you guys later. We're not going to share with you just yet.
Just yet.
Because we like to make sure that we complete things into completion. And we don't believe in letting the left hand know what the right hand is doing.
Well,
But we are so excited about the things that we are already having lined up, ready to move forward with. It's just, I mean, I'm trying to tell you, 2020 is the year. And if you are at a stale point in your life, get around people that are moving.
Yes.
Because it may stir and spur something within you and your environment and your atmosphere just because you're around them. You know, one of my favorite parts in the Bible is, shoot, I can't think of his name right now. Yeah, I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, the household was blessed just because he was there, you know? And so sometimes in order for you to move forward, propel forward, you need to be around other people that are being blessed.
And not only being blessed, but just are in forward movement. You can't continue to sit in circles where people aren't doing anything and think that you're going to be successful. So if you have a business that you want to do, go on ahead and
Get
venture
around
off
some
and do
entrepreneurs.
and go on ahead and do it. If you want
Join
to
a small business guild.
Exactly. If you want to do better so you can find yourself a good relationship, then do some inner work within you so that you can be the best version of you that you can give another human being.
Yeah.
You want to be a better parent? Spend some time with your kids. Get to know what they like and don't like.
Exactly.
Get involved in their lives.
Talk to them.
Hello, somebody, child. The things you learn when you speak to your children.
Right. You learn, especially about other people's children too in their household.
We've had some
like,
conversations.
what?
We'll be like, what?
Right.
Let me tell you what so-and-so.
Yes, Stephanie, get your plane ticket. I've been trying to tell you, it's fertile ground right now. It's fertile ground here.
And it's,
But anyway,
it's so many different things that can happen and will happen in 2020. We need everyone to be on board. Also, we've traveling in 2020. So I'm going to need for y'all to get your passports and your coins together.
October, we are still going on the cruise. We are still going on a cruise.
So
all
we
right?
are cruising from New York City to Bermuda, okay? To the beautiful island of Bermuda. We are leaving from New York City. It is
October
all
8th
about pride.
Through the 13th of 2020, we are leaving from New York, okay? You still have an opportunity to connect with us and join in on the fun. I'm trying to tell you, it is going to be an amazing time. It's the Norwegian Encore. It is a brand new boat. The first time they're going to be cruising from New York in that area. Y'all, the boat has a racetrack in it, laser tag. I mean, it's going to be adult fun, a really good time, high on the seas. The price includes tax, gratuity, your port fees, your drinks.
Your drink.
That's drinks. The
Drinks
other
with
drinks.
an S.
Right. All of that stuff is included
All of the
in
parties.
the package. You can also have a possibility of you can get a free flight from your city to New York. But you guys have got to book and get in with us soon. For those that have already booked, y'all be making y'all payments, okay?
Exactly.
Because we are still cruising away in October. We ain't playing no games. And if you ain't on it, I'm trying to tell you, you're going to be upset that you missed it. Because you're going to miss some things.
Some things
are taking place in Bermuda.
Exactly. So we are all the parties and that we will be having on the boat. Exclusive parties are all included in your package. Also, we are looking to set up some events the day before we sail and the day after we sail.
Right.
For folks who still want to stay in the city. We want to do maybe a little meet and greet and whatnot while we are in New York City. And don't forget, she said we'll be doing a live episode on the boat. So you have an opportunity to sit with us and interface with us and have all of this craziness in front of you. And let me tell you something. We are hot mess together, live in living color, honey. So make sure that you
book your thing. If you need a boatmate, go ahead and book it because we can put you into our Facebook group, and there are other people that are cruising that may need a roommate as well.
Yes.
But you can't get connected if you ain't doing what you need to do. So we're gonna post a flyer with our jot form later on this evening. Again, in the She Said group on Facebook. Make sure you're in the group. So that way you have information on filling out the job form and you can connect with us and we can get you connected to help you find a roommate as well. Y'all, I'm trying, it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Turn up. I'll be done with my third master's. I'm gonna be, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be wide open. I would have already sat for my licensure, so I am going to have a good time.
It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be, if you want to bring your children, that is up to you. There will be events that will be 21 and older, so you might not want to bring the babies with you. This might want to be something you want to turn up in, and this is open to straight people too. Like, I know
Right.
it's all about pride, but it's also we encourage our straight allies to come on and have
Just
an
come and
awesome
have
time
fun.
with us, and
That's what we're doing.
enjoy just being around and just having fun with some fun, having grown folk fun, honey. So
Not that grown.
anyway, that is all that we have for you guys tonight. Thank you again for riding with us in 2019.
Yes.
This has been an experience, especially for us, as She Said. You guys have watched us grow. You guys have encouraged us and loved on us.
Laugh with us.
Laughed with us, cried with us. Oh my goodness. Y'all have done a little bit of everything. Y'all have encouraged us. And for that, we truly, truly, truly thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for even just entertaining this format that we've created and have allowed us into your lives for a giggle every now and again. So
Yes. I do want to say too that without her, this would not be possible. So I definitely thank you, sweetie, for not even just pushing, but encouraging us to even create this platform and the opportunity for just people to see me in a different light, to get to know me different, because I'm always, professional about my business. But, if you get a chance to know me, honey, this ain't nothing either.
the minister be rapping. Oh, y'all ain't ready.
I appreciate that. So I appreciate you and all that you do.
Oh, well, thank
I love you.
I appreciate you. Mwah. Mwah. Y'all need to get you a boo like mine. I ain't say get mine. I said get one like mine. So thanks again for everybody for all your support in 2019. We look forward to doing greater things in 2020. So
Yes. Oh, join us in Atlanta. We're going to be in Atlanta starting tomorrow. We'll be at RIM, Real Inspiration Ministries, Larkin Street, I think it's the address. We'll be there for service at 12:30, and we're going to be in Atlanta for the whole week. So you guys want to connect with us, we're going to let you guys know where we're going to hang out and have some good times in Atlanta. You're more than welcome to come and chill with us and have some laughs and join us even at RIM on Sunday. And also we'll be back at RIM for New Year's Eve night as well. So we're excited about that and being in Atlanta and having a good time. Love you too, Nicole, Tori. That's right. Let's get some shout outs, baby. Let's talk
and
about
if you
some
guys
shout-outs.
know some good places for us to go for brunch, let us know, because we're gonna be listen, we plan on being real tourists in Atlanta.
Yes.
So I want to go to the Trap Museum. I don't care about nothing else. I just want to go to the Trap Museum, and I want to go to the Pink Trap House.
Right.
I want to go to the Trap House. So if you guys have any suggestions on things for us to do in Atlanta, please shoot us an inbox. Let us know, because we will be in the city doing the most that week.
Yes. Love you too, Defender Nicole,
Hey,
Aaron.
Defender.
Thanks for being on. Chino. Thank you. Stephanie, Michelle, Tori, Myra. Michelle. Did I already say Michelle?
Yes.
Yvonne.
Even Mama Scratch.
Kia, Crystal. I can't get no further than this. Okay, that's
Yeah.
where I stopped off.
So thank you again, everybody, again, and we will see you in the new
we
year.
love you. We love you. Love you. See you in 20. Well, no, we may see you before then. But if we don't, 2020 is what it is.
Yes, it is.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Oh, we got to close out our song. You,
Babe.
ain't what we're supposed to do? Man, this ain't the right song, baby. Why I pull this song up?
I don't know. It's that one.
There we go. I was about to say, what's that? Hey. Come on, y'all. We're going to jam it out. Hey. Happy New Year. Woo. Hey.
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 I'm a movement by myself. Hey, but I'm a force when we're together. Baby, I'm good all by myself. Hey, but baby girl, you make me better. You make me better. Hey. You make me better. You make me better. You make me better. Hey. You make me better.
Hey. All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Better math. Your boy